Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Count Christo and this is the best of both worlds campaign. Thank you ever so very much for joining me. We are holding back the Soviets pretty well, I must say. We've lost 160,000 to their 4 million. They're almost out of manpower. Of course they can raise their conscription laws when that actually becomes a pressing issue. I was considering maybe doing some war bonds. Because we have got a lot of consumer factories right now. Even with the things we have, lowering it. And we could do with faster production. But I think our power is better spent taking service by requirement, first off. Then saving up 250 political power. Taking total mobilization. And immediately taking women in the workforce to cancel out the manpower hit from total mobilization. So I think that's what we'll do. This is a bit of a troubling offensive. Let's move the light tanks just to make sure that doesn't make any headway. It's whenever it's when they attack us in the plains. We're fine. Good lord. We're fine when they attack us. Where even is the end of the freaking yellow front line? Oh my goodness me. Alright, move these. Ah! Okay, is it you know what? Just delete the front line and redraw it. Hold this region. Thank you. And then the mediums, honestly, if they're going to push hard here, mediums, prepare to do exactly what you did before and pocket them again. Nice. Suddenly flipped green, probably as these guys properly deployed. Nice. How much more do we need for manpower for this? Like 31,000 there, 100,000 there. 90,000 there, like 210,000 or so. Not bad, not bad. That shouldn't take too long, honestly. Let's begin an offensive push in here. Pocket these guys. You know, if they're going to push hard here, all I'm going to do is stall them until we can pocket them and annihilate them. There's no point just having a stagnant front when we're in a position to actually, you know, make some plays here. Let's bring up some more of these mediums from the south. And didn't I deploy some to the north? I did, yeah. Are they needed? They look like they're doing good work right now. I think we'll leave them there. We could do, of course, more aggressive encirclements, but I'd like some more mediums before I felt comfortable doing that, really. Right, we just deployed these guys, who are all rushing, but not really rushing, to the Turkish front. Turkey reprioritizing many of its men to the Soviet front rather than the French front, which could be bad if the US declaration happens right now, but, I mean, it is the right move. Can't fault them for it. You guys, are you the only ones in the defense? No, so get out of there then. Okay, keep it going, baby. I know strategy deploying will leave them with no org, but I want it done now. I want it all, and all that good stuff. So go up here after that. You can begin an offensive on them just to make sure they don't reorg. And actually maybe win? That's hilarious. Look at the quality of these tanks. My goodness me. They can just cross rivers like it's nobody. Nothing even. Nobody? What am I talking about? These mediums can also help. Oh my goodness. With 100 soft attack, their breakthrough and armor is going to carry them through. That is quite something. My goodness me. Okay, more mediums deploying up here. Good, still holding fine here. And pocket established as soon as these defenses end, or this offensive actually gets to move up here. Nice. Alright, that's another whole bunch of Soviets caught in my web. So, you guys, once again, gonna go a little squirrely on the front lines here. So let's play it safe. You guys just stay down here. We can close this pocket on the back of our medium tanks alone. No doubt about it. Good. Remember, these medium tanks, you know, it looks like there's just however many. 1, 2, 3. We're using 6 medium tank divisions, which sounds like not very many. That is 100,000 men. And how many tanks? It's a lot of tanks we're deploying here. Like, more tanks We're deploying more tanks here. What was that? 7 times 750? It's like, I don't know, a large number. It's like 4,000 tanks or so. That's almost more tanks than were deployed in the largest tank battle of World War II. Thank you, Jen. And I mean, it's an absurd number of tanks we're deploying here. 2, I must say, great effect. You guys as well, you know, if you want, just feel free to just annihilate them. Can you imagine getting that command? You know, you're on the front line. Like, the radio operator takes down a message and reads it out to, like, the platoon commander or something. Feel free to annihilate them. They still have no supply in here, right? No, good. These guys not doing as much work, but, you know, just de-orging them. It's fine. It's fine. The West are having better luck. They're probably out of supply for longer in the West. They must be struggling to get supply into this Krakow region, given the total destruction of almost all the infrastructure in this area. We're still having 0 supply issues. Except in Turkey. What's the limiting factor? Oh, by the way, I really liked that comment. When I had supply issues down here, I was hovering and it said bottleneck was in the Western Desert. So I built a bunch of infrastructure in the Eastern Desert and was like, why isn't it working? I really enjoyed reading a comment, like play by play, of me doing that. So thank you for that comment. That was hilarious. Okay. Closing just fine. Oh, I know why we struggled here. There's a fort. That makes all kinds of sense. Don't know why my map color keeps messing up. I think it's usually when you've just changed tag, or when you have changed tag in a campaign, that bug shows up. Strange. Lots of overruns. Obviously, the Soviets are moving in, but that bothers me naught. Mediums can just move back to their original positions. Yes, this is going to cause some problems on that front because we're no longer on the front there, so the offensive line is going to cause issues, but that's okay. Easily fixed. Marvelous. Soviets will move in, but by the time they move in, their comrades will be dead, so that's fine. That's a lot of Soviet divisions in there. There they go. Let's see, what are the Soviets up to? They were at like 3 million casualties, I think, before we started this this second pocket. Hey, Venezuela wants to send me 8 more divisions. Absolutely, I'll take them. Rush them all over here. Except a few of them, actually. People mention this in the comments on, what, I don't know what you want to call it, like the first run of this series. We weren't defending the Venezuelan ports. And Venezuela may decide that they suddenly lose interest in doing so, so we should do that. And here, obviously, because the US have a port just adjacent to it. Good. I should call this ports police and puppets, just so I get the 3 Ps. There we go. Port, police, and puppets. Nice. I mean, you know, grammar and all that. Let's put a comma in there. Nope, that makes it too long. Never mind. So all the mediums can go down here. Where are the rest of you going? Oh yes, of course, some are assigned to the northern section. Let's move these mediums down a bit so they can do the pockets more easily, and we'll move the lights north to compensate for the fact that there'll be no medium in Warsaw. Modern blitzkrieg. Nice. Good timing, just after we close our pockets, of course. We could get some encryption. We could get radar to help against the Allies. In the long run, that would be pretty helpful. Soviets are using a lot of tanks. We can improve our logistics and stuff. People pointed out, by the way, this doesn't just increase entrenchment, it also gives fort bonuses. Thank you for pointing that out. I always forget that. It does give you a little bit of fort help, but you know the AI doesn't build forts, to my knowledge, except when they have nothing else to build. So not that important, but good to know, nevertheless. I also only recently discovered you could press on that 3D icon, which I really like. We'll get the next panzers. Might as well make our mediums even more ghastly in their ridiculous effectiveness. Marvellous. There's a weird front line to draw for that. Anyway. Alright, everyone clear out. Let the Soviets back in. Up to 5.8 million. almost certainly at no manpower. No, they raised it. Ah, it's probably mobilizing, of course. I always forget about the mobilizing mechanic because it's quite new. It's not that new at this point, is it? It's been like months. But then I call like the macro builder for EU4 new, and that's what's that? Easily a year old. Let's begin a not too complicated offensive down here because I don't want to have to pay attention to it. Just force them back, and then we'll maybe bring some tanks down for the Baku push. Okay, Soviet front pretty stable. Their divisions are very low on strength, but we must remember we're talking about a Soviet with 200 military factories and max buffs, and like all the tech in the game. So they're gonna be scary. They're gonna build a lot of freaking men and a lot of equipment. This isn't gonna be a case of one gun per 2 men. We seem to be holding fine down here without tanks, but I think, I mean, it's not fine, is it? We're still, some people are getting a little low here, so we'll leave the tanks. This guy's ready. Nice. Let's be having you. I think I will deploy you here. We've got 3 here, 2 here. Where were the others going? Down to the south? Let's put you up here. I want 4 on each side, preferably. And here, you can come up here as well. Why would you walk? Oh, that's the other thing they need to change about the AI pathing mechanics. I should suggest this as well. When the AI wants to go to a province that's in combat, they never strat redeploy, even if they're going there from the other side of the world. If they're trying to go to a province that's in combat, they should strat redeploy to deploy to nearby and then walk in. And how far away should they go? My opinion would be as far away that the time it takes them to walk there is enough to get back to full organization. Because there's not just the reason like you can't strat redeploy into a province which is in combat, which obviously is a thing, but the other reason why they wouldn't want to strat redeploy right there is because of course they'd have no organization. Don't get overrun. That would be a little silly. Okay, let's move in, encircle them again. Easy money. We won't encircle them here, you know, a ridiculous number of times, because obviously it will just get dull doing the same encirclement over and over again. Fairly soon, we will reach a point where I'm happy enough with the front line, that's stable enough that we can actually begin some major offensives. But before we get to that point, I would love the Allies to declare war on me. When did they declare war on me? In the previous campaign? Because we shouldn't make them do it before then, because they might not be ready or whatever. We don't want to... You know, it will be cheating, technically, to tag to them and make them declare war on us. But I'm not doing it to make it easier on myself. I'm doing it because, you know, I want it to be harder on myself, so... I don't think anyone could fault me for that, really. Do-do-do-do... Okay. It's just... No? Fair enough. Yeah, they have some pretty beefy men here. We're also having the supply issues. Where's the bottleneck? Local infrastructure. Yeah. Not much I can do about local infrastructure, unfortunately, except deter the Soviets from attacking, thereby allowing the Turks to repair their infrastructure without further damage being caused. We could try pocketing them somewhere else. Like, we could take back Königsberg. Yeah, that would be a fun project. There's loads of dockyards in Königsberg. We are going to go straight to Sozbar requirement. There's no doubt about it. Unfortunately, you still mobilize the same amount, even though my my number is substantially higher. So we currently have... how do you see the difference? Okay, total manpower is 3.69 million. And in the field we have 3.5. No, that's not right. Does it not show you the number? Here, let me just get a calculator. Can I? No, I can't. So we have 4.7% currently available, and it's increasing. It should be 10.5% of 76 million. So 76 point, what is it? 0.76 times 0.105. Is that right? Yeah. That's 8 million. We're going to get another 5 million manpower at current laws. That's crazy. No, Finland! Finland, you will be avenged. I will avenge Finland. Don't doubt it. Wait a minute. Oh, no. I thought Republican Spain held Gibraltar because it fell to them earlier, but no, of course, they took it back. I was going to think... actually, it might be good to put our fleet into the Black Sea. You do have some men. Give me them. Who are these men, then? Oh, that's a ship. Fair enough. Italians, give me your dude. Thank you. Send it down here. Hungary has trained a man. Nice. I'll have him. I could also deploy some here. I should do that, really. Start deploying on this front. Do you want to do a focus? Not really. I mean, naval production, air production, both nice. Army innovation would have been good to take before we started researching this tank. Let's do army innovation. Manpower's, you know, raising our manpower even further isn't going to make a big difference. War economy is important. Let's do radar while we do army innovations. It's only going to take 60 days. You know, it's not a huge time investment. Oh, actually buckling here. I don't really want to go above a level 3 fort wall. I fear we might make the Soviets stop attacking us. It's usually level 6 where they stop attacking you, but I don't want to push it really. Is it time for speed 4 while we get some more men deployed? Or do we want to keep doing pockets? I would like to liberate Königsberg. Do we have the men for it? Once we flesh out the northern... Yeah, okay. Once this army... In fact, we could probably do that now, honestly. Yeah, you guys. Who are the guys that are deploying to Hinterpommern? These guys? Yeah. Rush deploy them. And these guys, where are you going? Southern Slovakia? To reinforce who? Not you. You? No, you just need 2 more. Where's the 2 training? 1 training here. No, that's 1 line. Where's the 2? Didn't I do that? Weird. Well, you need 2 more men. So let's just give you 2 more out of this. Put them where the fighting's at. You need some more men. They're all in serious supply issues. We should probably pull some back, honestly. But the problem is the Turks are going to use the supply. You know what? Let's be more aggressive. Let's do this. Fall back substantially on this front. And the reason this is more aggressive, despite appearing less so, is because we're going to go for the encirclement. So these guys need the other 8. We'll rush deploy some of them, and the others when we can. And then what we'll do is we'll bring some tanks in, move them to here, bulldoze north, desert, 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 sorry, plains, hills, 1 mountain tile, and then we'll annihilate a huge portion of the Soviet Caucasus front. That seems very good to me. Marvelous. Now, what else was I going to do? Yes, so we've rushed deployed a bunch of men in the north. So they'll move to the front. Once they're on the front, I'll think we'll have enough men to push to a new front line where we hold Memel, this river, and then down through these woods like that. Bit of a bulge, but this province has a lot of dockyards in. You know, we'll increase our dockyards by almost 20% if we were to take this province right now. So, mediums, your assistance is requested in the north. If you could move to Warsaw and prepare to push to Memel, that would be excellent. And we'll do a bit of a sweep like this. Good. You guys, switch to an offensive order and prepare to capture those dockyards. The Kriegsmarine requires your service. You guys, not feeling like they're needed here right now. So I'm going to send all of them up. We'll move the mediums down. The Allies just don't seem to want... Oh my god, there's not 6 United States divisions here. That is... Oh god, US, just declare on me if you're going to declare on me. Stop just playing with me like this. Western Poland, we're probably still trading badly. No, we're trading okay on fighters. And we are producing a lot of fighters. We do actually have a deficit right now, but we're producing 10 a day, which is pretty good. The fighting over Czechoslovakia is all but over, so... Ah, right, yes, the new air bases. Let's deploy some men to those new air bases. You guys. Okay, let those all shake out. Here has some more space as well. This one is massively overstacked. Where did we lose an airbase? Warsaw, probably. So all but one of you guys go back down here. Then we'll need to remove a bunch of you. Definitely want to regain control of the airspace here. I know I'm overstacking this because of Allied planes. I'm hopeful that the Allied planes will get the memo and, you know, push off. We'll see, though. We could also cease all air operations and just see what happened. My lord, that's a funny map mode. Let's see if we can hold without air power. Because I would like to accumulate some more planes. We're actually in manpower surplus right now, which means it's time to start deploying more armies of infantry. Tanks don't matter because we're rush deploying them basically as soon as we actually have the medium tank numbers. We could ramp up tank production right now. And I would like to do that. So we'll finish these. And then we've got a new level of whatchamacallit, concentrated industry, which means we can afford to build a bunch of mills in the home regions. So let's do that. We're going to put these after the planes, of course. Not the planes, the air bases, because that seems sensible to me. We want to build in areas we control, so we'll allow 90s now. That's an 100, oh well. 100 there. Okay, good. Now we can just bump the stuff we want to happen first to the top. Sorted. Okay, we're losing political power? Why is this? Well, actually not. Okay. Don't know how we went negative there. Oh, right, yeah, we started this focus with 10 days of stored progress. You spend the political power instantly when you do that. So I'm hopeful that we'll be able to hold here without the tank support. I have left some. So I'm very hopeful that we'll be able to do that. By allowing our panzers to make some moves in the north. We don't need two mediums in one tile. Let's have you up here as well. And let's give them their move order manually. Oh, he's getting that bug. Fair enough. Are you really going to break? Seems very unlikely. The panzers actually aren't engaged. Let's just engage the panzers like that. And we should see that battle turn rapidly in our favor. Okay, some men down here will cause supply issues, but they're spread across 4 supply zones here, so much better situation to be in. Don't want to rush deploy men to this front because I can't train this whole army for fear of the US declaring at an inopportune moment. Please declare on me, US. The French and British are just building a stupendous number of planes, and it's very scary. How many planes do we actually have? Only 17,000, but they're pretty good planes, you have to admit. About to get flexible line. I went flexible for the retention. I have no idea if that's the right play. I haven't done the maths or heard anyone do the maths on whether you should get growth or retention. It's probably growth, but having some retention when we have no retention at all up to that point, because we haven't got any dispersed, is just so nice. Get up there quickly, please. Still holding fine down here with no air cover. That is excellent. We could also build a bunch of AA on the Allied front. Let's do that as a priority. I don't want... Switzerland hasn't joined the Allies, have they? No, good. I don't want to have to deploy a massive air force against the Allies because they have such a stupendously large air force. So I'm hopeful we might be able to mitigate the impact of their planes with our AA to a sufficient degree that it's not necessary. So these guys here are constantly in combat, which means they're getting no planning bonus, which isn't ideal. So let's spread them one tile to the left. No, they're also pretty heavily in combat there. That's fine. We can do it without planning bonus. Alright, but the recapture of Königsberg will have to wait until the next episode. Until then, thank you ever so very, very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I did. If you liked the video, hit the like button. It helps out a great deal. And I will see you very soon tomorrow, in fact, in the next episode. Bye-bye.